Hello and welcome everyone back to another Daily 8 here on the News 8 Live Desk. We're back again after the weekend off with the top 8 storylines that we are keeping an eye on happening in and around West Michigan on this Monday. We have a lot to cover from over this weekend, especially in our first story, so we are going to go ahead and get straight into things today. And we begin, of course, with the latest on the assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump in Butler, Pennsylvania this past Saturday. More details continue to be released day after day. The Republican National Convention just so happens to also be kicking off today in Milwaukee, with Trump having already landed down there following the assassination attempt from the weekend. News Nation is going to be having extensive coverage from that event, everything you need to know regarding it and where we stand sort of on everything happening in Milwaukee as lawmakers and everybody kind of converges on Milwaukee there. We also have a lot of local ties and a lot of local storylines associated with everything going on as well, including the RNC, where we have seen the Michigan State Police being dispatched out there to help with security and really beef up everything out happening in Milwaukee. We also have lawmaker reactions from the assassination attempt on Saturday, including from Governor Gretchen Whitmer, really condemning the violence and the actions of the shooter. And then also News 8 spoke to a former Secret Service agent last night who examined the response from the Secret Service during the actual attempt on Saturday as well. All of those stories can be found right now over on our website, woodtv.com. And now shifting back here to Grand Rapids, where fire crews are continuing to battle a large fire that broke out at a recycling center this morning. We're being told that the fire began around 3 a.m. at the Padnos location near Front Avenue Southwest. About 40 crews have been working to put out the fire, and they are expected to be dealing with it for most of the day, officials said. Thankfully, though, no one was hurt in that fire. And next, a story that broke last night, so you may have missed it. 16 kayakers had to be rescued Sunday near Battle Creek. Near Battle Creek after several people apparently tipped their kayaks in the Kalamazoo River. All 16 people were eventually taken in by rescue crews after about 90 minutes. This is another one where we are happy to say that no major injuries were reported, but still a pretty scary way to end the weekend. And now for a story that we're working on for you later today. Meals on Wheels is dealing with some recent budget cuts that could impact services to those who use Meals on Wheels. Let's now turn to our very own Elena Cousineau, who has more on what we can expect coming up later tonight.
Earlier this morning, we were at Meals on Wheels Western Michigan, and staff say they're going to have to cut clients' meals in half because of federal budget cuts. Now, they told us they're trying to find other ways to combat these costs. They don't want to cut down on clients. Instead, they're going to have to cut down on those meals. Now, they are trying to do a catering service and raise money through other initiatives. Right now, they do about 3,000 deliveries every day. They also cut cold meals because of these federal budget cuts. Now, they say they're trying to get in touch with federal lawmakers to understand exactly why these cuts were in place. We'll have more on that coming up tonight.
All right, thank you, Elena. I do also want to point out that Meals on Wheels has already talked about these budget cuts. They said that they are expecting about $8 million from their senior nutrition programs being cut from this year's budget. So we'll be seeing a lot more coming up later tonight in all of our newscasts. And the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services just confirmed another case of the measles in the state over the weekend. This is the 6th case in the state of Michigan just in 2024 alone, and was discovered in Macomb County. And a Macomb County child, How that child became infected has yet to be determined, but health officials are using the development to remind everyone that if you start developing symptoms or maybe you're not feeling well, to consult your primary care physician, and also make sure that you're up to date on your vaccines as well. Amazon Prime Days kick off tomorrow and Wednesday and are sure to bring you some of the best online shopping deals of 2024 so far, but sometimes these unreal deals are just that, they're not real. Scammers often use sales events like this to try and get you to fall victim and sending them your money without receiving the product you had your eye on all along. Well, there are a lot of ways to avoid these scams, like making sure you check out the reviews and the sellers, making sure that they're actually providing that product before you go ahead and submit your request to purchase them, and also a reminder to never share your personal information online or over the phone. And with that, now let's get a check-in on your weather with the help of Storm Teammate meteorologist Matt Kirkwood.
Okay, welcome everyone. Happy Monday. Storm Team 8 meteorologist Matt Kirkwood. Well, you probably didn't have a great night's sleep last night with a heavy showers and thunderstorm activity. You can see where the swath of some of the heavier rain was right through the Grand Rapids area. We could see another round of that and probably a better chance of severe weather, which means strong winds and the potential of some decent hail as well. You can see the risk area has been shifted to the north and east. Now the enhanced area goes right up to Allegan. Almost all of our viewing area is in at least a slight risk area, so we have a 2 to 3 out of 5 category severe weather. Timing of this looks like it's going to be just after sunset, sometime between 9 to 6 a.m. in the morning, and really everything is in the mix. We could even see a low risk of a tornado as well. So be aware of that if you have any evening and overnight plans, and make sure you have your Storm Team 8 app ready, and of course watch Wood TV for the latest.
All right, thanks, Matt. And we have one more story for everybody before we let you go. Yesterday, we saw the release of the 5th and final part in Matt Jarowski's digital exclusive series detailing a lot about the World War II POW camps that were held here in Michigan. The series has been incredible so far. If you haven't gotten the chance to check them out, highly encourage you to do so. But this last story in particular is sure to have your eyes glued to the screen while you're checking out. It's about a wild night in 1944 where 2 women actually spent a night on the town with 2 German prisoners who had escaped the camp with the help of those 2 women. I know it sounds enticing, which is why you should go ahead and check it out right now, and you can find that one and all 5 parts of the series right now over on our website, woodtv.com. And that's actually where you can find all the latest on everything going on in and around West Michigan 24/7, 365. That is going to do it for us today here in this latest edition of the Daily 8 here on the News 8 Live Desk. But don't worry, we'll be back again tomorrow with 8 more storylines for you to kind of keep you updated all throughout your Tuesday. I want to remind everybody that you can find this a replay of this Daily 8 and all of the ones we've already done in the past right now over on our website, woodtv.com. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this latest edition of the Daily 8. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.